Welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast. My name is Coach Scott. I'll be your host today. It is Thursday, May 13th. Hopefully you guys are having a great week. We are in the midst of the Ordinary Marathon. Certainly that's going to be our number one point of conversation today. Got my coffee ready to talk to you guys there. I wasn't going to talk about this, but it's kind of weird. I'm so superstitious. And this morning we went to Dunkin' Donuts, me and Steph, and we drove in, and the parking lot was a little crowded, and normally everything's just fine, but we drove in, and it's kind of like you go in through the inn and then out on the other side. Well, not one, but two people drove the wrong way into the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot today. So we were driving in, and two people came in through the outdoor, but they were not wearing a raspberry beret. But you know what I mean? They came in the wrong way, and no one ever comes in the wrong way. So it's like, and I'm going, oh, this is not a good sign. Then we go into Dunkin', and I order an extra large coffee, and Steph orders a small iced coffee, and usually that's exactly what we order. And I knew something was wrong because the dollar amount came out a little bit different than normal. And it's funny, I said to Steph as we got there, I said, the employee behind the desk who was doing the register, she always gets everything wrong. Always. And you guys, know what I'm talking about. She's very sweet. She's very nice, but she always gets everything wrong. And it's like, you cringe when you see her behind the cashier. It's just always everything wrong. So this is my extra large, which is actually a large, and Steph got a large iced coffee instead of a small, which she's not gonna put a dent into. So I'm leaving there and I'm going, man, superstition in me, this is not going to be a great day. Something, and I have some things today that I really don't want to go badly. Things that I need to go well. Let's just put it that way. But we got home, and Steph's mom was at the kitchen table, and she said, "Oh, I just got off the phone with a friend of mine, and she thought she had overcome cancer once before, and she thought she was having a relapse, and it turned out that she wasn't, and she's fine." So take all that little bad luck that we had, the people going in through the outdoor, the getting our coffees wrong, those little minuscule things that don't really, and granted, look, they didn't necessarily bother me. It's not like I was honking my horn at the people coming in the wrong way. It's not like I didn't even complain about my coffee. I just said, Steph, look, they got it wrong. Go figure. And we walked out. We don't complain. It was just a sign. And then to get home and have something like that happen just erases all that bad mojo. And now we're back on good mojo day. So it's a good mojo Thursday. Yesterday was Steph's birthday, so I apologize for not getting a podcast out to you on Wednesday. But I'm going to start Thursday's podcast by doing some good things. We're going to give away some of the prizes for the Ordinary Marathon. By the way, guys, this is by far and away the greatest Ordinary Marathon we have ever put on. The participation has been amazing. The fact that we're doing all these theme days for the Ordinary Marathoner Foundation and our causes has really, you guys have really you've just come out and with a lot of exuberance and cheerfulness and great posts that we're seeing. You're really opening up and writing some amazing things going on. We're going to talk about some of that stuff in the next few minutes. But first, let's give some stuff away, because the one thing I haven't done yet, normally we do this race, I give away something every day. I've changed it up this year, and I didn't really announce this, but I did change it up this year. And instead of giving away a prize every day for only the people who are participating and running, we did open it up to all the people that have registered. So anyone who's registered is eligible to win. The first thing we're going to give away is a box of Boom Bars. Now, the Gracies have donated 2 boxes of Boom Bars to us for the race. We're going to give one away today. We're going to give one away at the end of the race. You can go to plantpoweredperiod.com and check them out. Check out Boom Bars. Hit that Boom Bar button. And order away. They have also given us a coupon code Finisher 2021. So if you go in and use Finisher 2021 on any order of $33 or more, you get 20% off. So very generous. Thank you to the Gracies. Head on out there. The one person that does not need to order Marcy Giannetti. Congratulations, a winner of a box of Boom Bars. A little bit of good mojo at play there for the Gracies. I think Marcy lives right near them, up in sort of like that upstate New York area. So shipping, I'm keeping your shipping costs down, not intentionally. That was just good luck. But congratulations, Marcy, on a box of Boom Bars from the Gracies. Good stuff. The second thing I want to give away is Chantel Sandberg has been a part of our team for years now. I think this is her third race with us this year. And she contacted me and said, "Hey, I got an aromatherapy license. I'm a licensed aromatherapist. Would you like to give away a consultation? I could do a free consultation. Is that something that you'd like? Is that something, and it's great. I love when people ask that because they're not really sure, and they're being sort of, kind about it. But of course, we'll give that away. Of course, we'll give that away, Chantel. Happy to support your new business and get you up off the ground, get you up and moving. And congratulations, Chris Myers. Chris Myers is the winner of the aromatherapy consultation with Chantel Sandberg. And I think knowing Chris and knowing Chantel, you're perfect combination to help you get that business up and going, Chantel. And Chris, I know you're gonna love that gift. The next thing I want to give away is first of all, I want to thank Todd Beecher for giving me a box of Thump headphones. The headphones are great. They're the plug-in. They plug into your computer, kind of like the old iPhone plug-in things. It's not the lightning cable. So you need an adapter if you want to use it for that. But I tell you, I've been using them on my computer and they sound awesome. They sound great. It's really great for me when I do when I put the trivia together for my trivia rides. I can start listening to the music, and taking my notes and stuff and doing the trivia. They're really good. I'm going to give that away along with a box of Raw Rev bars. Raw Rev gave us like a dozen boxes of bars to give away. Another plant-based energy bar. I want to thank them for donating all this stuff. And so we're going to give away that as a package. And the winner of the Thump headphones and the Raw Rev bars, Tishan Laws. Tishan, congratulations. I feel like you win every year, man. Congratulations on winning that. And I think that's awesome. We have more of those to give away. I'll be giving away a lot of those at the end of the podcast, at the end of the race. Our sports dietitian, our team sports dietitian, Allison Knott, is giving away a free 1-hour consultation. Awesome gift. Every time I talk to Allison, I learn something new about diet. And lately, I probably need to talk to her. I've been gaining weight like crazy. Anyway, so we did pick a winner for the dietitian consultation with Allison. You can find Allison, by the way, at anewwell.co. And congratulations, Susan Anderson, on winning that one. Susan's been with us, been a listener for a couple of years. I talked to her, I think, once or twice, but she's going to love that. And watch she's a dietitian. That would be hilarious. But she's going to love that. I'm telling you, the conversations I have with Allison about food and how it affects your training, I always learn a lot. So Susan, you're going to learn a lot too as well. Congratulations for that. The rest of the stuff, we have a gift basket from June Walker coming. We have a shirt from Athena Fitness coming. Another box of Boom Bars or the Raw Rev bars. We have more Thump headphones. I think I've covered everything there. We do have a lot to give away this year, and that will all be heading your way at the end of the race. So stick with us. And no, you don't have to run in order to be eligible for the prizes, but it couldn't hurt. Put your name in front, it couldn't hurt. Why not, right? It's good mojo. It's good karma. We're talking about karma here today and superstition. So be involved. If you be involved, I think it's more likely that you win, that name just floats to the top. Anyway, all right, let's move on. This race has been incredible this year for many, many reasons. Some I can't even tell on the podcast, but some I will. The last time I talked to you was Monday. Monday was Green Monday. I want to thank Mike Romans for putting that together, sort of a mental health awareness day. And he gave away, we were all going to wear green. A lot of you guys did wear green on your run. And he gave away 2 tumbler glasses. I should have wrote down the names of the people who won. I don't even know who won, but congratulations to the people who won. Getting out there and paying attention to Green Monday. The other thing that we asked people to do was to reach out and talk to a friend. And it seems like such a simple thing to do. And we're not telling you to go reach out and find your friend that needs help. We're just talking, reach out and have a conversation, because you never know. You just never know whose day is going the wrong way, going the right way, and who could just use, some time catching up with an old friend. And sometimes, sometimes we just delay those things and we don't call, and we don't call for days. We don't call in for weeks. We don't call for months. And then we say, oh, well, they didn't call me. So we just ask that some of you guys just reach out to people. And look, it's not, although we did have that was a Green Monday thing, it doesn't have to be done on Monday. You can do that today. You can do that any day. And we had a number of folks say, hey, I reached out. Not only did I wear green today, but I reached out to a couple friends. We had some great conversations, caught up with some people. And it was something that I would not have done otherwise if not for acknowledging it for Green Monday of the Ordinary Marathon. So for us to kind of make that happen for some of you guys, I think, great for participation and great, a great overall story. And we can all help. I think we can all help one another in a lot of different ways. And maybe the call, maybe you reached out to someone and the call helped you more than it helped them, which I think is great. It's all great. I want to thank everyone for participating. And again, you don't have to say, oh, well, I missed Green Monday, so I'm not going to call anybody. No, do it today. Do it now. Why not? Thank you, Mike Roman, so much for putting that together, man. It was really meaningful. It's funny. I gave, we have a lot of different programs that we work on in the foundation. And so I said, look, Mike, this is your day. And Tuesday, Erin, this is your day. You guys figure it out. And man, they went above and beyond. Erin on Tuesday leads our deaf and hard of hearing program. And she's doing great work and putting stuff together. And I can't wait to see what she's going to do with the foundation's backing. But she put a video together on Tuesday. We did sign run on your run, right? So you're supposed to go out and try to, use the run sign while you ran. Some of you guys did a great job. Some of you guys, close enough. Close enough. All right. I know you're trying hard. Getting out there and just, hey, a little awareness for the deaf community. My grandparents are both deaf, so I understand it. My grandfather was actually a really good athlete, believe it or not. Baseball player, just a big, strong guy. And the guy was like 80 years old, and he could beat the hell out of me if he really wanted. He was strong. Grandpa strong. You know what I'm talking about. But this is just another cause that needs a little bit of attention. And it's very meaningful for Erin because she sees it firsthand. She sees deaf kids that deny themselves access to athletics because they feel they don't belong. And I think that there's nothing sadder than that. There's nothing sadder than someone thinking that they can't do something that that they can. And for Erin to go and be part of this and try to empower folks that need the empowerment, I think is a wonderful thing. And I really want to thank all of you guys for participating that day in just sort of bringing awareness to deaf athletics and to Erin's program and Erin's work. So thank all of you guys for getting involved. It was really cool to see. Yesterday was Autism Acceptance Day. And so Scott Frasard, that was his day. That's his program within the foundation. And I tell you, the two things moved me from yesterday. Two specific things. I'm not going to get into a lot of it in particular. I know, Scott posted a number of videos and they sort of deal with autism acceptance rather than autism awareness, which is kind of an interesting concept. And if you watch the videos, you kind of get it. That autism is sort of a condition that affects call it neurodiversity. It sort of affects the brain. And people afflicted with autism, I'm hesitating with words here for reasons. All right. There's a whole language that you have to learn. And the funny thing is that if you don't deal with it firsthand, you don't know it. So it's kind of really good to try to learn it, right? To get 1 in 50 people are affected by autism. And we don't do enough. In my estimation, we don't do enough the reason why it's autism acceptance, it's for us to learn about it, for us to kind of go the extra mile and learn about why someone with autism may act a certain way or may respond a certain way or what they are dealing with or what autism is all about and what differences do they deal with that make it so and us accepting that and us sort of, what's the word? I would say supporting them through knowledge of what they're going through is 100 times more helpful than trying to change them to become what our version of normal is. And I hope I've done that justice, Scott. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. But the two things that stuck out to me yesterday, aside from Frasard posting some videos up there that were really great. One was that a member of our team wore an autism shirt yesterday, and just reached out and told me the story how they came up on a situation that through their work that they were able to kind of help an autistic child deal with a situation that was, let's say, emotional. Okay? Does that make sense? And without having worn the shirt that day, it would have never happened. So I don't want to give details because things that have to deal with like children's personal lives, like you just kind of want to leave that out. But let's just say, and you kind of, you bring that back to, we had Autism Acceptance Day, which led someone to wear a specific shirt that day, which then led that person to a situation where they could really, really help. And it was touching. So, that's the kind of thing that we've been seeing and that all week. And it's just really cool to see. So, again, I don't necessarily want to give out names. You may be able to deduce it from certain posts and stuff like that. But, I'm grateful for that person for sharing the story with me. So let me just say it that way. The second thing that really moved me about yesterday was that we have some people in the group who are parents of autistic kids that I didn't know. And, I think I know parents of autistic kids. I know what they go through. I know, and it's certain there are different levels of autism. Obviously, the spectrum is wide, and so different challenges that each parent faces. All of them difficult, right? It is your kid, so I'm not saying that I'm not. I don't want to make it sound like I'm patronizing you. But you certainly have more challenges than a lot of other parents. And to see you guys proudly post pictures and talk about it and acknowledge it, and to give you a moment where maybe, I don't see I put it this way, and I'm not judging. I was glad that we could give you guys a moment to post a picture and to just say, hey, this is my son, this is my daughter, this is whoever, and we're proud and we're thankful, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful that you guys were able to do that. I'm thankful that you had in some cases it may have taken courage to say that or to do that. So I thank you for your bravery. And maybe not all cases, but in some cases, yes. It may have taken bravery to say, hey, this is my son and he has autism and we deal with it and we support him in every way possible. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to share. And frankly, the fact that you guys did that, I think for me, I don't know, there's a support there. There's and it may not be like that you guys are all reaching out to each other and comparing notes or doing anything like that. But I think sometimes when you deal with a situation, that's personal and affects you, that you kind of feel sometimes that you're going at it alone a little bit. And now here you are in this group that you've been part of, many of you guys that posted yesterday for years, and you can say, hey, there are people here that relate to the same things that we struggle with at times. I don't know. Again, I don't mean to say like you struggle because it's family and you don't want to look at it that way. I understand, but there are more challenges to raising an autistic child than there is for a non-autistic child, and that's for certain. And I've witnessed it firsthand. So I see what some of my friends go through and the challenges they face, and the courage it takes for them to do the right things by their children. And it was great to see you guys post those pictures and be proud of your kids. And hey, maybe you just learned, hey, someone else in this group is going through the same thing that we are. And maybe you reach out, maybe you don't. But I think it's good to kind of, I don't know, see it as a group, I think. And again, that all wouldn't happen. And I don't want to say this from like an ego point of view, but I feel like from a special point of view, that this race has brought people together in that way and been able to share experiences and see things that we maybe wouldn't have seen otherwise. So I want to thank all of you guys for having the courage to share share your family stories and share your challenges. It's meaningful. It's meaningful to me and to everyone who's involved in this race. And like I said, this race has been more meaningful the last few days than anything we've done before with this group. So thank you all. And by the way, there's like running involved and riding. Oh, there's all that exercise involved too. But I haven't even talked about that stuff today because there's just so many things that this is what this is brought, right? This is what this is. We all kind of commiserate through running and training. And then, oh yeah, we have personal lives too and things affect us. And man, to see this race and this foundation and the nonprofit kind of bring that forward has just been an incredible few days. So thank you guys so much for sharing your experiences. It's touching for me, and I thank you again. I know I'm droning on, but it's just I have to. Today is What Is Your Cause Day, and I posted something this morning, and I was like, wow, I should have. And I pinned it up to the top of our Facebook group, and I said, wow, I should use this pin thing more often. And people they don't know. So half the time you guys wake up in the morning, you don't remember what day it is, what in terms of the race, and you go run, and then I post it later, and you're like, oh, wish I would have known. I would have wore green. I wish I would have known. I would have signed run. But I was too slow, and I didn't use the pin feature on the website. So I should have done that. You learn lessons for next year. We will do that for certain going forward. But today is What Is Your Cause Day, and what we want to do today is look. We've been talking about us and the Ordinary Marathoner Foundation, the causes we support. We've been talking about us for a long time. So now it's time for you guys to kind of tell us, what is your cause? What are the causes that you guys back? And we've had a number of people already post this morning. I posted one message, and within a half an hour, we had at least 3 or 4 people already post about the charities that they support. And it's good to see, running as a sport, I think, is the most generous group of people, is always the most generous when it comes to supporting charitable causes. After all, half of these big races that we get in, we have to do it for charity, and we gladly do it for charity. Running is a sport that is inclusive of everybody. So it's not just, like a professional level of running and then everybody, and then nobody else does it. Like a sport like baseball or basketball, where there's professionals and maybe there's like a few B leagues and minor leagues, baseball, whatever, Canadian football, indoor football. Well, there's all this little stuff, but it's not like everyone can play professional football, right? But anyone can go out there and raise money for charity and run the New York City Marathon on the same exact course that the pros do. And that inclusiveness in our sport, inclusive is a big word these days too, that inclusiveness of our sport makes it huge and just makes it, you get a whole bunch of people together fighting and raising money for good causes. And I think it's just you get a good vibe. We're talking about vibes before. We're talking about people driving the wrong direction and getting my Dunkin' order wrong. I tell you, we get good vibes from all the charitable work that we do within this sport. So I thank all of you guys for that from the get-go. But also, man, people out there, your causes are important to you. And it doesn't always have to be just us. And I know, you're going to go to some other pages and some other causes, and they're going to be like, me, give money to us. And what do we do that's different than everybody else? We're not like that. Let's acknowledge everyone that's working for a good cause. Let's acknowledge, any other institution or nonprofit or charity cause or whatever might be out there. And let's highlight their good work. Let's highlight why it's important to you. And who knows, you may, I think of someone like the Sam Fund, and when we brought them in and did the race for them the last couple of years, how many people now know of the Sam Fund through our race and donate? And I know that there are some donate directly to them on an annual basis, on a monthly basis, whatever it may be, people who would have never known the Sam Fund existed had it not been for our race. And that's why we want to give you guys the opportunity to tell us what your causes are, why they're meaningful to you, and get the word out for them. That's what we do here, guys. That's what we do. The rest of the week, Friday is Kids and Seniors Day. So, hey, go take your kid out, go for a walk, go for a run, put them in the stroller, whatever you got. Let's see your pictures. Take grandma out. Get her outside. Get her going for a walk. Get her moving. Grandpa too. Grandpa needs to go. Grandpa needs to get outside. I talked about my grandfather being strong. He was always staying active. When he was active, he was strong. It just, that's the way it is. And sometimes you gotta go get them. You gotta go get them up. You gotta get them up. You gotta get them outside. So get out there. with your family members, with someone who could use it, could use your time, could use your energy, could use your effort, whether they be little kids or older folks, and get them moving and take some pictures and let us know what you do. That's going to be Friday. Saturday, of course, is our Run for the Fallen. I have to do some work on the web pages today. We're going to get that out. We're going to get some more information out for you guys. We'll have another newsletter tomorrow coming out. And again, that will go out to all the people who are participating. I'm trying not to spam people lately. So that will go out to all the people who are participating, although we may send another one out just to give people, to make people aware that this is what we are doing on Saturday. Again, I think we have from 9 a.m. until about 2:30 or 2:45 p.m. slots that are filled up with people running to honor a service member, a fallen service member. And again, importantly, it doesn't necessarily mean that person needs to have fallen in combat or in action. It could be after the fact, and it could be after a struggle with things like PTSD, depression. That we want to acknowledge everybody. We want to acknowledge that sacrifice. So don't be bashful. Don't be shy. Get those names out to us. I want to thank Ron Booz. Ron is in charge of our military veterans programs, and he's doing an excellent job. And this, I do think that Saturday, I talked about all this great stuff that's happening, and I think that Saturday is going to be emotionally powerful. If you've already gotten a time slot, make sure I have the person's information that you're running for. And please be on time. Make sure that you're on time for your time slot and that you prepare something in advance. You don't have to necessarily read a script or anything, but just know what you're going to say. And give that person, you can either do a Facebook Live video on our Ordinary Marathoners page. You can pre-record a video and upload that. If you don't think that you're good for the live and you want to do it, in record, that's fine too. Or if you want to just write a written message, that's fine too. All three of those are excellent. We just want to acknowledge and pay tribute to that sacrifice of your fallen service member. We're going to put their names on the webpage, a little picture if you have it. You can send those in. I do need to know the names, so let me know, and I'll put those web pages up by Saturday. So you guys can see how meaningful that web page will stay up in perpetuity. I think one of the important features here is that those names are not forgotten and never forgotten. And we will acknowledge those names year after year of the Ordinary Marathon and the virtual Run for the Fallen that we do. Whether or not you continue to run that mile every year is up to you, but we will acknowledge those names every single year going forward. So that those names are not forgotten. That's what Saturday is going to be all about, and then we're going to close out on Sunday with another Zoom call, closing ceremonies. We'll have details on that in the next email. Thank you guys so much for your participation and for sharing your experiences, sharing your photos. I got a lot of work to do with the slideshow. I haven't even started collecting the pictures yet, but man, this year's race has been great, and it's because of you. So thank you so much. Again, if you want to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/ordinarymarathoner. Become a patron. We'll read your name out on the podcast and also add your name to the scroll that you'll see in about 5 seconds after we tell you every day is an ordinary day unless you make it extraordinary. So get after it, guys.